Welcome viewers and lovers of mathematics. I remain Tutor Cletus Okoli. In today's mathematics class, it is an Olympiad mathematics question and the question is already written on the board. X raised to the power 3 plus x equal to 520. Please, dear viewers, kindly subscribe to my channel. That is a way to support me as you watch my videos. Also share the videos, give likes and then thumbs ups. Let's go. Solution to the given question. I am given x to the power of 3 plus x equal to 520, the original question. The first step I will take, I will move the right hand side value to the left hand side. I get x raised to the power 3 plus x minus 520 equal to 0 by the right hand side. Now, I want to express 520 to become, of course, minus 520, okay? I want to write it as minus 512, then minus 8. Very correct. Because if I add these two, I am going to get minus 520. Why doing that? Because I know in 512, I can get 8 cubed. In 512, I can get 8 cubed. Just watch and see what we have. Now I have x raised to the power 3 plus x. Now, negative 520 will now be written as minus 512 minus 8 equal to 0. Now, see the reason why that happened like that. I am now going to have x raised to the power 3, then bringing this one forward, minus 512, then plus x minus 8 equal to 0. It is very clear. Very, very clear. Now, 512, the reason why I have written minus 520 in the form of minus 512 and minus 8 is this. X raised to the power 3 now here, 512 negative can now be written as minus 8 raised to the power 3. If you find the cube of 8, of course negative 8, it is going to give us negative 512, and that is the reason why I made use of negative 512 from that negative 520, okay? Therefore, next is plus x minus 8, everything now is equal to 0. Therefore, something that you are seeing with me now is that I am having x raised to the power 3, then minus 8 raised to the power 3. Recall that if I have a raised to the power 3 minus b raised to the power 3, this can be written as a minus b multiplying a squared plus a times b, a times b, then plus b squared. If you expand these two brackets now, it is going to give you exactly a cubed minus b cubed. Therefore, I am going to write x cubed minus 8 cubed in this form, meaning that x now can be a and the negative 8 can be written as b. And when I now write x cubed minus 8 cubed, it is going to give me x minus 8, okay? Then x squared plus 8 times x, which is now 8x. Also plus 8 squared, and 8 squared is 64. This is very correct. What does it mean? If I expand x minus 8 with the x squared plus 8x plus 64, it is going to give me exactly x raised to the power 3 minus 8 raised to the power 3. Remember to subscribe to my channel, Tutor Cletus Okoli. Alright, we move on. What I will do next is, I am going to take this expansion and replace it with the x cubed minus 8 cubed. Then, I'll still write my x minus 8. Everything equal to 0. What does that mean? Replacing this into x cubed minus 8 cubed will now give me x minus 8 into x squared plus 8x plus 64. Then I still have again plus x minus 8. Everything is equal to 0. Mathematics is life. See, look very, very well. You see, what I have here is the x minus 8. If you look here also, you can see x minus 8. So it is factorizable. Now I can factor it out. Upon doing that, I am going to have x minus 8 factored out. This and this is factored out. Left with me is exactly this quadratic equation into the quadratic expression into the bracket, which is x squared plus 8x plus, please, this is 64, I beg your pardon, look at it here, then plus 64, then plus 1, because I have moved x minus 8 outside. So this place now will remain 1 plus 1. So that if I use it to multiply that 1, it becomes x minus 8. You know, math is life. Math is very beautiful. Everything you do in life involves mathematics, including buying and selling. Okay? Every day you buy, you expect your change, or you know that you don't have change, that is, your money has gone to zero. But you have exchanged it with something. Okay, we move on. From here, I can now write it as the first bracket is equal to 0 and the second bracket is equal to 0. Moving forward by that, I have x minus 8 equal to 0. From here, you can now see that x is equal to 8. Remember, we are looking for the value of x in the expression. The question is to find x. Okay? That is the question. What is the value of x stands for? I have gotten the first value of x. Alright? That is from the first bracket. Now let's go into the second bracket, which is also equal to 0. Therefore, I have it as x squared plus 8x, 64 plus 1 is plus 65 equal to 0. First and foremost, what I need to find out is this quadratic equation, if we solve it, whether the value is going to be a real root or a complex root. What do I mean by that? We expected to get two values of x here. So if the values of x are going to be real, it implies that we need it as the value of x. But if it is going to be a complex root, then we have to reject it, we don't need it. But to find out first, if it is going to be a real root or complex root, we can use this data, which is defined as b squared minus 4ac. Okay? That is the value of data. Remember that data, it is written like this, minus b plus or minus the square root of data. Okay? All over 2a. So if everything inside this square root gives us a negative value, it means that the whole of the equation is going to result to a complex root. So when we solve this value of data now, and we get a negative value, we will reject it because that implies complex root. But if the value of this d now is positive, we will solve it using any of the methods of quadratic equation, either quadratic formula, factorization, completing the square to just get the value of x. So let's test it here. But from this place, the value of a is equal to 1, the value of b is equal to 8, and the value of c is equal to 65. Replacing it here, I am going to have b squared, which is 8 squared, that is the value of data, minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 65. Let's see. 8 squared is 64, then 4 times 65, 65 by 4, 4 here is 20, okay? 4 here is 24 plus 2, 26. So that is going to give us negative 260. Very correct. Now, if we move forward, we are going to have subtracting 64 from here, that is 200, that is going to give us minus 196. Okay, you can now see that the value of data is, that is, data is less than 0. So we are going to reject it. This is going to be rejected. Rejected. It can only be taken if the value of data, is greater than or equal to 0. That is when it will be a real root. Otherwise, but because here, minus 196 is less than 0. So it is complex. This is complex root. Okay? You know, math is life. We have to be detailed so that our viewers will appreciate the work we are doing. But remember, subscribe to my channel. Alright, in conclusion, it means that having rejected the second bracket, because it will result in a complex root, that the right value of x is the first value of x, which we have gotten already, as x equal to 8. A quick one. Check result. Check result. What does it mean? From the original equation, x raised to the power 3 plus x equal to 520. Let's replace the value of x and see if it will give us what we are given by the right hand side. And that means 8 raised to the power 3 plus 8. Will it be equal to 520? That is the question. But to see here, we got 512 here and we express it as 8 raised to the power 3. What it means is that 8 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 8. 8 times 8 is 64 and 64 times 8 is 512. What does it mean? That 8 raised to the power 3 is 512, then plus 8 will this be equal to 520. You can agree with me that the addition of the two will be equal to 520. So 520 is equal to 520. Perfect. Remember that I am Tutor Clinton Sokoli. Do subscribe to my channel, give thumbs up so that more people can view my videos. And may God bless you. Our final value of x is equal to 8. God bless you.